Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, is it difficult to meet people and make friends in Italy? So back in March when I went to Italy, I actually didn't have any friends for quite a while, and that was because I wasn't really making that much effort, and I pretty much expected people to walk up to me and start asking me questions just because I was a foreigner. But this definitely isn't the case, and you can't expect Italy to just come to you if you go somewhere and sit down all day. Alright, so the first thing that I want to say about this topic is that Italian people are very friendly if you get to know them. Just like French people, they might appear a little bit snobby and closed off if you don't say anything to them, but this isn't the case at all. This is just how the culture is over there. They act very proper, but don't misunderstand it as them trying to be snobby. Now, the best way to go about this is to walk up to them and say something in Italian. Even if you don't speak very much Italian, that one thing that you can say in Italian, walk up to them and say it. Because they will like that very much and they'll be very impressed with that. As most foreigners go there and don't speak any Italian, and they will still talk to you, they're still going to be friendly, but they'll like it even more if you can speak just a little bit of Italian. So, where are the best places to go and meet Italian people, to go and make Italian friends? Well, you could just go walking around the streets and approach random people, but you're probably not going to have much success with that unless you're really good at speaking to people and you're very good with conversations. What I would recommend is going to a discotheque or to a beach maybe, or to some kind of like public gathering place. Of course, the easiest thing to do is to just sit in your hotel room and go out and walk around and not say anything to anybody. But it is going to take some bravery to go to these places where you don't know anybody and to just start approaching people and to start listening to people's conversations. If you go to a beach, the Italian people are generally pretty closed off and they just kind of stick with themselves. They don't really talk to other people, which is absolutely understandable. It's very much the same way here in the US. But if there is a big group of people, then you have better chances. Like I said, you just want to kind of walk towards a crowd and just kind of listen to what they're talking about, and then you can plan your route of attack and you can go in there and say something. If you're in a club or a disco or somewhere where there's lots of loud music and lots of people, make sure that you speak nice and loud so that they can hear you, and if possible, don't approach any drunk people, and vice versa, don't get drunk yourself. So some good conversation starters when you're talking to Italian people would just be some simple questions like, what do you think of Italy? Do you like living in Italy? What's your favorite place to go in Italy? As Italian people love talking about their culture, they love talking about their country, and they're going to be very flattered if you ask them those things. And then after the conversation goes on for a while, they might ask you about your country and blah blah blah, and then you have your conversation. And by the way, almost every Italian person that you talk to will ask you about what you think of Obama and a bunch of political questions. So do be ready for that and make sure that you have some good answers ready for them. Now, you might think that as a foreigner that you're going to be treated special, or they might be very interested in your culture and these kinds of things. It's not so much that way like it was 20 years ago. People from America and Canada actually don't have the best reputation in Italy, so make sure that when you're talking to the Italians that you set a good example for your country, so that next time they talk to a Westerner, you can help out your fellow Americans. Almost every single Italian that you associate with over there is going to be very polite, and they're going to be very eager to show you their country. So they will make offers to like drive you around to go and see things, and they will really go to great efforts to make sure that you have a good time and to make sure that you see everything. So by all means, make sure that you accept their offers and pay them back in some way. Like you can buy them a cake or some kind of present. They really do appreciate that, and it just shows that you appreciate them. Just like any other country in the world, you will get bad people, so do expect to get a few people there who are going to point at you and shout at you, or and call you stupid and all these kinds of things. Because like I said, Americans and Westerners in general do have a pretty bad reputation in Italy, so Be prepared for those people who are just going to hate Americans. Don't get aggressive back at them. Best thing to do is just walk away, because if you do attack a local Italian person, then you're the one that's going to go to jail, not them. Make sure that when this happens, you just smile, walk away, and call it good. The most common thing that would happen to me in Italy that involved bad people is I would get called fat a lot, and I would hear people saying it in the streets. I would hear people saying it in the gym, pretty much everywhere. They would say, oh, look at that fat American over there. I would always hear fat American. So be ready for that. Try not to get too offended by this. Don't let it ruin your time, and just try to block it out. Alright, well, that's pretty much it for this video. This was just a really quick video with a few helpful tips that I think might help you if you're a first-time traveler to Italy. If you did like this video, please like it, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Almost every single Italian that you associate, people from the West, like... Alright, well, that's pretty much it for